I know, Lydia. No, be more creative. John, I still need two more from you. Okay, I accept those for Lydia. John, peace. Who else? I'm still waiting. John, peace, and let me see. Queen, you've given me all the three. Lydia as well. Alex as well. No, Azel. Sorry. Okay, John, I need one more from you. Who has dropped off the call? I think one person has dropped off the call from your team, Lydia. We have Queen, Lydia, Azel, Peace. I think it's Peace who has dropped off the call. Okay, Peace. Okay. Azel, you've changed yours. So which one do we use? The first one or the second?
I've changed.
You have changed?
The second one.
Okay.
The second one.
Okay. So, Lydia, help me to know who has dropped off the call.
It should be Peace. I think she's having a bad network. Is she back?
No,
Okay.
Peace is on the call.
Let me see. Among the participants.
Actually, you are 5. I think that's okay.
Yeah, we are 5. We are meant to be
Okay.
7.
Where is Peace? So that she's able to give us her input. Then we start. Peace.
Can you hear me, guys?
Are you having a hard time logging in? Okay, I think we will just start with what we have so far. So I want us to guess who this person is. We'll start with this person is reserved. They always get to work early.
John.
And they dislike. Listen, let us finish
They
first.
dislike what?
They dislike meat, but likes milk. Who is that?
It's John.
What
likes
makes
cows
you
also.
think that is John? Queen?
He always gets to work early.
He's the first at work.
He's the one who should be offered breakfast all the time by Oscar.
I know.
That should be the case.
Okay, that was easy. Let's try another one. Peace, we are still waiting for your input.
Says she's having a hard time connecting.
Yes, I've seen her message. Is she in the office?
Yes, she's in the office.
Okay. Okay. This person, they like pizza, they like cake, and they like driving. Who is that person?
Axel.
How did you know that? This is so
Axel.
easy.
He likes driving.
Really?
And he loves pizza.
He loves pizza, and he's so thin.
Oh, no, he's not thin. It's
He's
because
not
you're
thin?
looking at the face.
Oh, the face is the thin
I'm
one.
thin. But the face tells everything. I'm thin.
Okay. Let's try this other one. Hey, this was hard. Let me see. This person likes homemade dishes. They're a good cook, and they're strict to small details.
Lydia was the one
This
remaining.
is Lydia.
Lydia was the one remaining. So
Lydia,
peace
how did you
hasn't
know
sent.
that?
Peace hasn't sent.
Lydia, you're the one.
Peace doesn't like to cook.
Oh, Peace doesn't like to cook.
No.
Okay. Then that is Lydia. Then another one.
Yes.
So we've already gotten for Peace as well. So this next person is they love food. They like adventure, and they like football.
This is Queen.
Oh, wow.
Queen. She likes football.
Oh, she likes football. Okay. All right. So Peace has not sent hers, but we are still waiting for Peace. I was telling you Peace has sent so that I can confuse you. But let us start.
I can send for peace.
You can send for Peace. What do you think
Yes.
about Peace?
Peace likes traveling.
Travel.
Yes.
Mhm.
Peace is always considered the laziest, yet she's not.
Axel, what can you say about?
And she likes junk food.
Oh, junk food.
Yes.
I want to see how she looks.
Oh, you want to see how she looks like?
Yes. Axel,
You
what do you
see her.
think about Peace?
She likes pictures.
Oh, she likes taking photos.
And Emma. Very
And for
much.
everyone as well.
Huh? Not for everyone.
Okay. She must
Some
be the
people here
slay
don't
queen
like
of
pictures.
Rwanda.
Yeah, exactly. That's the word I wanted to use, but I was retaining myself. Since you're the one saying it, that's the word.
Okay.
Patrick is here.
Oh, Patrick is here. Hi, Patrick. Queen, tell us something about Peace.
Patrick. Oh, Peace.
Yes, about Peace.
Hey, about Peace.
Yes.
Peace likes to laugh and smile, even on the pictures.
Oh, really? Awesome. Now we move to Patrick. Sorry, you have something to say?
No. Actually, she's also a football fan.
Fanatic.
So, yeah.
Okay. John, tell us something about Patrick.
Patrick likes putting in tie.
Oh, tie every day.
Yes, sometimes on Friday, even on Friday.
Even
Like
today, he's in a suit.
Patrick, we want to see you under tie.
You put your video.
Okay, what else can we say about Patrick?
Football fan.
Yellow color.
He loves the yellow color.
Really?
He has shoes in yellow, a shirt in yellow,
A watch in yellow.
a watch in yellow.
Really?
A tie in yellow.
Okay.
Yellow person.
Tell Patrick to log on. We want to see him in yellow and a tie.
He was meeting auditors today, so he didn't put on yellow.
But he's on a tie, right?
Auditors don't like color yellow.
I really don't know. So I think that was for the icebreaker. The first one, we'll have another break after, I think, 1 hour or thereabout. Then let's start. Dorothy, you want us to start us off?
Yes, good to see you again. You know, last time people were not showing their faces. I'm happy to see people's faces this time. I don't know if
they switched on and switched off.
I don't know if they're scared of us. I don't know if they're. Thank you, Queen. I want to see your pretty faces and handsome also.
Yes.
Today we are talking about emotional intelligence. That's the topic for the day.
Is that Patrick? Hi, Patrick.
Hi, Patrick. Sit down and learn, Patrick. These are those naughty students who walk around in class while people are trying to learn and pass around notes and disturb all the girls in class. Okay, we're discussing emotional intelligence. First of all, obviously, we have to discuss what are emotions. I think we all know what emotions are. They are psychological states comprised of thoughts, feelings, etc. Everyone has emotions. Is it possible for you not to have an emotion?
I think your sound is not very clear. I don't know what's the matter.
Let me move closer to the computer. Sometimes that happens.
Okay.
How is this?
Continue. I'll let you know.
Okay. I think everyone has emotions. Is it possible for you not to have emotions? I don't think so. If a person has no emotions, those are the ones who are like serial killers. You know, they're the ones who can, you feel nothing. You can kill a baby. You can, as in you're just neutral. If you want to get from point A to point B, anything in between that is stopping you from getting what you want, you destroy it. Such a person. But I don't think it's possible for you to be devoid of emotions. It's possible for your emotions to be faulty, for lack of a better description, in terms of some people experience extremes. Like some people will have extreme anxiety, or some people will have extreme sadness, depression. Some people will have bipolar, where you experience two emotions. When you're happy, you're so happy, you're super hyper. And then on the other side, when you crash, you go into depression and you're so sad. You wonder, oh, is this the same person last week who I'm speaking to today? It's possible to have extremes. It's possible for you to be sick emotionally, but I don't think it is possible for you to be without emotions. I want us to watch a short video. Just a moment, let me share a video and then we can continue from there. Oh, sorry, I need to pause the video. Sorry. What have we picked from that video so far? Anything?
Control your emotions.
Is someone talking?
Yes,
I
I
was
think
saying.
Axel, sorry.
Axel is talking.
Yeah, learning how to control your emotions based on the situation.
Yes, learning how to control your emotions based on your situation. What else?
Identifying your triggers.
Identifying your triggers. What are the things? Having emotional intelligence is about understanding what makes you happy, what makes you sad, what makes you angry, what makes you frustrated, what makes you afraid. What else did she say? She defined emotional intelligence. What did she say about emotional intelligence? How did she define it? Or from what she said, how can you, what did you understand? Let's give me your interpretation of what she said. Anyone?
Yes.
Yeah.
She said that emotional intelligence does not suppress having emotions, rather. It's all about learning how to recognize, process, and attend
just
to.
manage them.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for that. Why do you think we study emotional intelligence? Why is it a topic today that we are discussing? Why is it a topic that we are discussing today? And many organizations these days have recognized that emotional intelligence is important. Why do you think that is? Anyone? Shall I pick?
Yes.
Someone? Okay. John? Is John there? John is our favorite person in class today. John, why do you think it's it's important? Yes?
Emotional intelligence, the reason I think it's best to learn this lesson about emotional intelligence is because emotions affects everything we do. It affects how we relate. It affects all our decisions that we daily need to make every day, every minute. We need to make a decision, and emotions influence how we decide and how we act according to different situations. So I think having this knowledge about emotional intelligence, it acquires us like knowledge of how to manage intelligence in different situations. How will you manage your anger when you're angry in that way that will not affect your colleagues? How are you going to manage your joy when you're happy? How are you going to manage it in that way that you can contain it so that there's nothing that is going to be affected around you, because there are some people who are very happy until they can't control their joy. That also turns the environment upside down. So emotional intelligence, in brief, I think it's needed so that someone can be able to manage his or her emotions in that way that his environment is not affected, and even the decisions. Like someone, when there's some people when they're happy, their decisions are based on that temporal feelings, but the
Yes.
effect after that is going to be that different from what they thought. And there are others, when they are angry, they can say some words which are not controlled, or they can make some decisions which they can regret later. So I think emotional intelligence helps us to know how to manage ups and downs of emotions, so that when you decide, you're not influenced by that emotion ups and downs, but your decision remains stable so that you don't regret your decisions.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
It's like you've covered all the reasons why we need to study emotional intelligence. Another thing maybe I will add on to that is studies have shown, I actually discovered this recently, studies have shown that our bodies actually react more, they respond more to our emotions than to our mind. Whenever something happens, the first impulse of your body is to respond to how you feel about it. Like, for example, if you see someone has broken their leg, the first thing you will do is feel emotion. You'll be like, oh my God, you'll cringe. Then later on, you'll think, okay, what do we need to do? If someone comes and shouts at you, first of all, you respond to those emotions. You'll be like, why are you shouting at me? Calm down. And then later on, now you'll have a conversation. So emotional intelligence is all about being able to program your mind and your body to respond adequately to those emotions. Remember, it's not bad to respond to your emotions. It's an adequate amount of response. In fact, these days, I know we're all managers. These days, very few managers, they actually do tests on managers to see how emotionally intelligent you are. To see if we put you in a place of influence, how will you respond? If you see people hating you, because in leadership, you'll get to a point where people don't like you. How will you respond? Will you be afraid? Will you deal with them? What is it you're going to do? So let's look at the influences on our emotions. What guides our emotions? Number one is culture, our culture. In our cultures, we are told that men are not supposed to cry. Is that true? Do you agree with that men should not cry? African culture, and this is a white person. Huh? Yes? Someone has written something in the chat, sorry. Sorry, I thought that's purity. Our culture tells us that women need to be submissive. What if you're a woman who is not submissive? What if you're a domineering woman? You know, what if you're the kind of woman who likes to speak her mind? Our culture refuses that. So even if you are an outspoken person, the culture will tell you, calm down, let the man lead. Number two, biology, sex and gender. Who do you think is more emotionally intelligent between men and women? And before I ask that, maybe I should also ask, who has more emotions than the other? Do men have more emotions than women? Or do women have more emotions than men? Who has more?
Women have more emotions.
Women have more emotions.
I think they all have, they can all have the same, but the difference is how they manage them.
That's true. We both have the same amount of emotions. It's just that our bodies as male and female handle those emotions differently. Women are more emotional, but they don't have, it's not that they have more emotions. We tend to be more sensitive to our emotions. They say that women feel in every area of their lives. A woman is emotional at the office, a woman is emotional at home, a woman, that female thing is there with you everywhere. A man can actually separate. He gets to the office and switches off his feelings. When he goes home, when you see him, that's why they usually say a man is five different men at different times. The same man, when you see him with his children, you can even wonder, is this the same person? If you see Axel with his mother, you will wonder, this is the same one who we sit in the office. Look at him being so cuddly like a teddy bear. The same man when he's around his friends, men and their friends, I know you know what I'm talking about. When men sit together and they start talking, you can wonder, you can even hate them, because you know men, you know, they tend to nudge each other on. Look at that woman, you guys, things like that, you know. But when they're with in the office, you find this, the guy is very proper, very composed. Women are different. If you pull a man's family members and his colleagues and his children and his parents together and ask them to describe this man, they'll probably describe a different person. The mother will say, he's such a good boy. The wife will say, he's just stressed. Sometimes I don't even want him to come home. The children will say, we love him so much. He plays with us. He's such a fun person. He's such a fun daddy. His colleagues at work will say he delivers. He's no nonsense. But with a woman, if you put all his family members, all her family members together, her family members, her colleagues at work, etc., they'll probably describe the same person, because a woman's emotions flow onto everything equally. Then, of course, there's power. The higher you go, the more your emotions tend to, I don't know, how the higher you go, your emotions, I guess you have to find a way to stifle them. If you are, for example, Obama is a person who I usually like using as an example. Trump always used to bully him, you know, when he was the president. I don't know if you guys remember. When he was the president, Trump always, he would say, oh, where is his birth certificate? Where is his goat herder from Kenya? And he'd say things, and Obama would just laugh it off. That's a sign of emotional intelligence. The higher you go, the more you have to really control how you react to your emotions. On the other hand, if you see Trump, he's always responding to people on Twitter, on the news, as in to the point sometimes that you even wonder, what time does this guy have to be the president, to actually do presidential work? Because it seems like he's always engaged in some fight with someone somewhere. If it's not Obama, it is Biden. If it's not Biden, it is some celebrity. It just goes on and on. So power also affects you. Social conventions, there are some places your society tells you where to feel in a certain way. Africans, we are told when you go to a funeral, you can show your emotions. But if you're a white person, white folk, when they're in funerals, people sob. Africans cry. White people sob. They have their nini and they go like that. You know, because society, if you go to a white funeral and you start a Mzungu funeral and you start going, oh, you should have told us you are going, oh my God. And you go rolling all over the place. Like, you know, my people usually are professionals at that. I'm a by tribe. And if you go to one of our funerals, you can even forget sometimes just seeing the theatrics. People roll, people do somersaults, people. In fact, I know of people who they have a change of clothes. After they have rolled, they can pick those clothes up and change and now be composed. Society tells us how to behave and how to manage our emotions. Fear of disclosure also, some people are afraid to show their emotions, maybe based on your environment. Maybe you grew up and you are told, don't express your emotions, let people see that you're sad. You know, some people are told that. If you, like the way sometimes as African children, you're told, stop crying. Why are you crying? If I catch you crying, you're going to see. So now you grow up thinking crying is a bad thing. And this woman has just beat the living daylights out of you, but she's telling you not to cry. That's an African thing. You fear now, you grow up fearing showing people that you're sad. You fear showing, they say that women are not supposed to behave in a certain way. You fear showing those emotions because of fear of disclosure. And then finally, emotional contagion. Contagion. What's the difference? Who can tell me what this emotional contagion means? Is it contagion or contagion? As long as you understand what I'm talking about. Contagion comes from the word contagious. Like the way the virus is contagious. So what does this mean? Emotional contagion? Yes.
Like when you see someone cries and then you also cry, I guess.
Exactly how contagious emotions are. If you see someone, if they say if you see someone crying, you feel yourself also feeling the same tears. Some people, by the way, don't have that ability to feel someone else's emotions. Like you see someone laughing and you'll be like, well, see you laugh. If someone has cracked a joke, everyone in the room is laughing. Your face is like this. You're like, you don't think it's funny? No, it's funny. That guy is very funny. Wow. But he's not laughing. I find that bizarre. And that's also another person who can actually be a serial killer. Because I mean, if people are laughing, you should laugh. So these are some of the influences on your emotions. Your environment also is another one. Your needs is another one. At the base, is there any I've not mentioned here that maybe we should mention as we go on? No? Is there any? Okay, thank you. There is an emotional intelligence framework. I've been teaching emotional intelligence for some time. I stumbled across this. There's a framework. There's how you compartmentalize your emotions. There is the intrapersonal. Intrapersonal is within. The emotions that you feel from within, that no one actually knows. You know, like sometimes you can be in the office and you've come to the office and someone has broken up with you, or you've had a fight with your wife or your husband, and you're in the office, but when people are looking at you, they don't know. That is the intrapersonal realm of emotions. Then there's another department where the emotions that you share with other people, that's another realm of your emotions, the ones that you allow yourself to share with other people. There are some people who allow themselves to feel around their wife and their children, but once they go outside, or their husband and their children, once they go outside, they become something else. There's the interpersonal realm. Then there's the adaptability realm. What do I mean by the adaptability? The realm that is able to function, is able to balance or not balance when life happens to you. No one here, unless if you are here, good for you, but no one in life has their life just a straight line. Is there anyone like that? Like there are no bumps, it's just a smooth line. No one. So there is a realm of your emotions that is supposed to be able to shield you from what happens in life. If, for example, you get fired, some people are more adaptable than others. There are some people who, if you tell them today you're fired, they can even collapse and die. People even commit suicide. some people will be like, okay, it's just a job. It's tough. I'm sad, but we shall overcome. Tomorrow is another day. We shall live to fight another day. The adaptability realm. Some it's strong, some it's weak. Then there's the stress management realm, where how do you manage your emotions when you're stressed, when you're put under the fire, when you're put under certain conditions, under extreme conditions? How do you manage your emotions? And then, of course, there's the general mood realm, where there's no extreme. There's no interpersonal. There's the one that you're not thinking about. You know that there's points, of course, the majority of the time you're not thinking about your emotions. You're just there, you know? But it doesn't mean that the emotions are not being felt. It's just that you're not thinking about them so much. How do we learn how to balance these and understand ourselves? There's something called the JOHARI window. I don't know if you've ever heard about this. If we want to manage the different realms of our emotions, something called JOHARI window. It's not the only way to know it, but this is one way of being in touch with the emotions. The JOHARI window is a way of doing, it's a method used to help you understand yourself and your emotions. So there is the section which is open, this open section, which is known to others and known to yourself. For example, the exercise we just started with, there are some things that you mentioned. There are people who mentioned some things about themselves that everyone knew. And for the majority, I like that this group knows each other so well. Is there anything, Purity, that was mentioned that everyone was like, I know? Not really. For the most part, like there was one who said he likes pizza. Everyone knew that he likes pizza. It means that you guys are you are very close family. Kudos to that. Because there are sometimes, there's a day we did this exercise just last week, remember, Purity? And there are some people who described themselves and everyone could not, they don't know who the person, they don't know who is this. And then, you say something and they say, no, and you're like, what? No, you are lying. And they're like, for real, I'm like this. So there's that, the section of yourself which is known to others and known to yourself. People know that this is what makes you angry. This is what makes you sad. This is what makes you happy. If I asked you today, for example, Lydia, when is your birthday, Lydia? We want to help you out today. When is your birthday? When's your birthday?
Nobody believes my birthday. Nobody
Why?
believes my birthday. We can ask John.
Why February 29th or what? When is
January. 1st January.
Really? Well, it's not like there are no people who are born in 1st January. So you're a New Year's baby. That's amazing. I don't know many. My mother was born on the 2nd of January. Of course, many years ahead of you, obviously. Now, since we know her birthday, let's assume that her birthday is tomorrow. Would people know what you like if they were to buy for you a gift? Would people know?
I doubt.
The gentleman in the red and black jacket, what's her name?
Sorry?
I'm trying to talk to the gentleman in the red and black jacket. You've saved yourself as 3, 4, 2, 8, 5, like a number.
What's the question?
I'm asking, if tomorrow was Lydia's birthday, would you know what to get her? Lydia, yes.
Not really, but I suppose she likes chocolates, so I'll get her something related to
that's
that.
a generic answer. You know all women like chocolate. Lydia is shaking her head. She says she doesn't like chocolate.
Eat chocolate. I don't eat.
It's an assumption. Not all women like chocolate.
Okay.
So that is the area that is known to self and known to others. Then there is the area that is known to others and known to self. It's hidden. It's not known to others, but it's known to self. There are some things that only you know about yourself. No one else knows. Only you and Jesus know about yourself. And I don't want to ask you those things because, of course, those things will move from this hidden and come to the open. If I asked you right now, tell us, I'm tempted to ask you, it's just that we don't have time. I'm tempted to ask you, say something about yourself that no one else knows about you. Some people would be, would be happy to share. Some people would be like, or it will be shocked to hear what they would say about themselves. Then, of course, there's the section here, which is called the blind spot. The blind spot, it is not known to self, and it is also not known to others. It is not known to others, not known to self. Wait, sorry, it is known to others, my apologies. It is known to others and it is not known to yourself. Other people know about you, you don't know about yourself. So one day, and this is why you need a mentor and you need a coach. There are some things about you that you don't know that you are able to achieve, but your mentor will tell you, do you know you have so much potential? And you'll say, really? Me? You think me, this humble son of a tea picker or something like that, and then someone tells you, yes, you, I've seen how you speak to children. You have the potential to teach. Or I've seen how you lead people. You have potential to be a leader. There is that area of you that inside you that you don't know about, or you have the potential maybe to be very angry, and only maybe your mother knows about it. Your mother will tell you, hey, when you were small, you really used to have a temper. You say, really? That's how I used to be. And sometimes there are some things that will happen to you in your life that will affect you emotionally, that you stop feeling certain emotions because that thing happened. Then later on, your mother will come and tell you, ever since this happened to you, I've never seen you cry. That's the blind spot. And then the final area, the section which is not known to yourself and also not known to others. No one knows about it. Only God knows about it. Is it possible? Yes. How does such a section come out? How do you, sometimes something will happen to you in life and you'll realize, oh my God, I had no idea I had the potential to do this. There are some of you who have always been you're always very reserved, always very calm, collected. And then something will happen to you and you will react in such a way, you punch someone in the face. Every once a year, I take time to go to Langata Women's Prison. There's a women's prison here in Nairobi called Langata Women's Prison. And we go to visit women there, just to visit them. And sometimes you talk to some of these women and you ask them, why are you here? She says, I killed my husband. And you ask her, okay, what drove you to kill your husband? She says, one day he came home and he was drunk and I just had enough. And I took the cooking pot, and I hit it on his head. And that story ended. And she says, no one would, I go to church. I am the mentor to many people. No one imagined, even myself, that I was capable of doing something like that. And many times that's what happens to most of these, especially with women in prison. That's what usually happens. Or we had a fight, he left, when he left, I discovered that he had stolen my money. The moment he came back, I punched him in the face, and the impact was so strong that he died. I never imagined I could do. And they said during this Corona time, when people have so many people have lost their jobs and stuff like that, domestic violence has gone up. Have you heard about that? People are beating each other a lot. Not just in Kenya, not just in Africa, all over the world. People are, there's a lot of that happening. And these are couples, many times these are couples that usually they're perfect couples. But what ended up happening, the husband lost the job, the wife lost the job. Then you have to stay in the house. And all of a sudden you realize, I don't know this person. Who is this person I married? Who is this father to my children? I didn't realize this guy snored like this. He snores like a tractor. I had no idea. I didn't realize that she, all of these days without makeup, maybe every time he sees you, you only have makeup. All of a sudden, or maybe you can't afford the makeup that you had before. All of a sudden, your face is full of whatever, pimples. And you're like, who is this woman I'm sleeping next to? This is the hidden realm. Which box do you think is most important? That's where the Purity has a poll. I would like you to respond to this poll and tell me which box is most important.
I hope we can all see the poll.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, please take some time and respond to it. I'm not saying which one is most prominent, which should be.
The most important.
Which should be most prominent.
Two people have already responded, so we are waiting for the others.
Let me also respond.
Peace, your internet is okay now? Four more to go.
Okay.
Two more to go.
Lydia, run back. Don't stay where you're going. We need you in class.
Two more people. One more. Who is having a hard time filling the poll? Lydia, is Peace internet okay?
Yes, but she's in the other room, so I can't tell.
Okay. All right. So 7 people have responded. Do we go ahead or we wait? Dorothy?
Yeah, it's okay. We can go ahead. I'm interested to see what you find.
The results. Okay. Let me post the results. Are you able to see the results?
Yes. Very good. The open is the one which has the most. I am proud that that was the response. The unknown should be less prominent as much as possible, because what is intelligence? Intelligence is that aspect of knowing. So if you don't know, then it means you're not intelligent, you know? It means if you always dwell in the box of, if I ask you, what do you like? I don't know. Do you like ice cream or chicken? I don't know which, the one you give me. Have you ever met such people? Whatever you want to give me, you just give me. If you tell them, do you like red or blue? I don't know, you just give me whatever. Do you like your dating? Do you like tall or short men? See, a man is just a man. It's fine. Do you like chicks with, ladies with long legs, light legs, like dark skinned? I don't know. Women are just women. As long as she can, cook. Even that, I don't even say, So I like this poll. Thank you so much for doing that for us, Purity.
All right.
We are actually on point. The end goal of the Johari window is enlarge the open area, the area that both you know and people know. This is very important. I want someone to help me read, because this part is very important. Someone to volunteer to read. Anyone? Read what you see on the screen. Go ahead.
The first point?
Yes, read.
Okay. The ultimate goal of the Johari window is to enlarge the open area without disclosing information that is too personal. The open area is the most important quadrant, as generally, the more your people know about each other, the more productive, cooperative, and effective they'll be when working together.
And read all the way. You've done a good job. Continue.
Okay. The process of enlarging the open area quadrant is called self-disclosure, and it's a give and take process that takes place between yourself and the people that you're interacting with.
Interacting. So how do you get self-disclosure? Interact with people. It is possible for you to be an introvert, but you can be a people person still. Like when you are with people, you take time to learn about them. You take time to know their likes, their dislikes, your colleagues. You take time to, that's why it is important. I'm always a fan of this open seating area. This thing of, the government offices are the ones which are always insisting every person has their own office. I don't like that. I like this whole open area thing. So if someone is sad, everyone can tell. If someone is happy, we can celebrate with you. If someone is angry, we can tell you, hey, calm down. Maybe you should, so you learn about yourself and you also learn about others. The more you do this self-disclosure, the better you are emotionally. These are the characteristics of an emotionally intelligent individual. Number one, you have empathy. You have the ability to feel for other people. Number two, self-awareness. You are constantly learning about yourself consciously. You're always making efforts to learn about yourself. You ask your colleagues, what do you think about this and that? What do you think about my fashion sense, hairstyle? And bear in mind, I'm not saying that you should live your life depending on other people's opinions. I'm just saying the more you learn about yourself from others and from yourself, the better. Some people don't know how to spend time with themselves. Like this corona thing messed some people, because you're single, you have never had time to live by yourself. You don't know how it feels to just be quiet and spend time by yourself. So have self-awareness, be curious, ask questions about things. People who don't care about anything are not usually emotionally intelligent. Then have an analytical mind. Analyze things. Don't just react. If you see someone calling you names, don't immediately react and say, what have you called me? Come, let's deal with it. Square, mano a mano, come, let's deal with it. Analyze, find out, why is this guy behaving the way he's behaving? This woman who you call your wife, this girl, this child who you call your princess, by the time she keeps crying all the time, why is it happening? That's why there's someone called a behavioral psychologist. People analyze the way people behave, because you don't just behave the way you behave just because. There's a cause and effect. There's things that are causing you to behave the way you behave for a reason. You have a belief, you believe in something. Emotionally intelligent people have a belief. They believe in a higher power. They believe, or even in yourself, you believe in something. Number 6, you understand the difference between needs and wants. This is very significant. The difference between a need and a want. What are our needs? Needs are basic food, like food, clothing, and shelter, right? What are wants? Wants are things that you enjoy, but you could do without. If you do not know how to distinguish between this is something that I need versus this is something that I want, that is a problem. I'll give you an example. I don't know if you people know of a drunkard in your family or in your neighborhood. Anyone? I think we all do. If you have never met a drunkard or you don't know any, God bless you. May you stay like that. But I think everyone at least knows one in their neighborhood, in their village. There's always one. Those people, if you ask him, if you give him money like this and you tell him, I'm giving you money to go home and buy food for your children, what will that guy do? I'm giving you 10,000 shillings. Let's go to the supermarket. Or even you tell him, let's go to the supermarket and go shopping. What will he tell you? He'll tell you, give me that money. Am I right? And if you give him that money, what is he going to do with that money? He's going to unmute yourselves. I can't hear you, Lydia. You're saying something, but I can't hear you.
Take it to the bar.
He'll take it to the bar. Why? But because for him, what is his need? It's the alcohol. He has lost sight of what is a need and what is a want, because he's pushed by. Most alcoholics, by the way, are motivated by their emotions. I feel like drinking, so I drink. I feel depressed, so I drink. I feel lonely, so I drink. It's usually an emotional disorder. The moment, and it's very difficult for an addict to be rational, to think with their mind. If you tell them, look at you, you are educated, why are you behaving the way you are behaving? Their emotions are telling them, well, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we all die. You drink your heart out. So you know how an emotionally intelligent person knows how to separate needs and wants. You are passionate, you're optimistic, you're adaptable, and you have a desire to help others succeed. And also for you, you don't have jealousy. If you see your neighbor being promoted, you're happy for them. If you see your neighbor doing well, if you see your neighbor having a baby, even though you've been trying to have one, you're not jealous. You're happy for them. You've been looking for a husband for so many years. You have gone to all those conventions. There are so many, those conferences. A woman thou art loosed, woman of God, daughters of this and this. Go, come, we pray for you to get a husband. You've gone for all of them. And someone else just walked to the shop. I know of someone who is like that. She woke up with her stocking still on the head. Ladies know what I'm talking about. She had her kanka, her leso around her waist, and she had a stocking on her head, and she went to the shop to buy a loaf of bread. That is how her husband saw her. And she's telling you this story, and you're thinking, I wear the most expensive this and that, and no one is seeing me. You still, if you are an emotionally intelligent person, you can still feel happy for other people, even if you're not getting what you want. Let's do this exercise here. It's a group discussion.
Yes. You want groups of how many people?
We're not that many. I don't know. How can we divide people? Are you going to send them into the groups?
Yes.
Okay. They can be groups of, how many are we? 2, 3. Let them to be
3, yeah?
Yeah. How about that?
All right.
Before they go, what are we
a question
discussing?
as well? From John, I did not understand well the belief part.
Oh, an emotional intelligent person believes in a higher power. You believe that if it's not all up to me. There are some things I don't have power over. I can't control my neighbor. I can't control the weather. I can't control whether, if I fall, you don't start thinking, well, it's me who is clumsy. You understand that there are just some things that you don't have control over. That's an emotionally intelligent person. Most people, if you look at even atheists, if you know of an atheist, most atheists are very low on emotional intelligence. I don't know if there's one here in this class. If you speak to them, they tend to be very disconnected. They lack empathy. They tend to be very cold people. That is what I'm talking about. I hope I've answered that question. Yes?
Yes, I think so.
Thank you.
Okay. So over the last 2 weeks, we had, this is the first question. Write down instances where you behaved assertively. What is being assertive? Being assertive, I've described it there. The ability to clearly express your thoughts and feelings without, to clearly express your thoughts and feelings and stand your ground and defend your position. And I say ability because it is a skill, not everyone has that ability to express themselves assertively. So that is the neutral part. That is that is the goal. The one end of it is you can't express yourself. You don't know, you're passive, you don't care. You see people being beaten on the street, you see a child being mistreated, you say, not my monkey, not my zoo, not my problem. Let people sort themselves out. That is being passive. And then being aggressive is overreacting. You see something happening, there's some people who don't know how to be neutral. They just overreact. You see someone doing something, you punch them in the face. You see something happening, you take a plate and you throw it on the wall. You're aggressive. So I want you to give instances of each one. If you can't think of any of assertive, there might be a problem. But I'm sure you have them because your managers and leaders tend to have some level of assertiveness. Look at that. And then the next one is for situations where you behaved passively. Dispute and debate the self-talk that interfered with you being assertive. If you didn't do anything, what went through your head? I'll give you a good example. Sometimes you'll be walking in town and you'll see someone being robbed. Someone who is assertive will say, hey, stop thief. Someone who is passive will say, hey, at least it's not my phone. Let me, not my problem. This is life. Let them go through it. Someone who is acting aggressively will chase after that person and catch them and probably kill them. I don't know if you've ever seen those lynching videos where they catch a thief and they put a tire on them and set it on fire. That's being aggressive. So explain what was your thinking behind each instance. And then for situations where you behaved aggressively, dispute and debate the self-talk that led you to such behavior. Why did you overreact? Why were you so aggressive? Do we understand the assignment?
Yes.
Okay. All right. You can send people into their groups. How much time do we give them?
Yes. 3 questions, like all the groups are doing the 3 questions.
We can give each group, but you see, it's still responding to the same question. You see what I mean? Everyone responds to the same question.
Every group, all the 3 questions.
Yes.
All right. I hope they've taken note of it. I doubt if they are able to see this presentation on the breakout rooms.
No, they're not.
Yes. So make sure I give you 1 minute to write the questions down before I break you.
Yes.
Okay. 1 minute, write down the questions. Then we move to the groups. Are we done? Okay. When you're done, let me know. That should not take you more than 2 minutes. Are we done? Axel, are we done with the 5 questions?
I can't see the last question well. Can you scroll a bit? Okay, I can now see.
5 things that happen in your life that make sense.
Sorry, can you go to the first question? I was helping this out, so I couldn't. You scroll a bit up.
You're saying up or down?
No, up.
Okay.
Me.
Are we done with that section of self-awareness?
Yes.
Queen, you're done?
Yes, I'm done.
You're seated with who, Queen? Do we move to the second part?
So if I were you, I would just be writing the totals here. Like if you say, for example, I can explain my actions, and then you say rarely, you put 1 there. So just write the 1, and maybe if it's 2, you put 2, like that.
Yes, you don't have to write the entire thing. Just write self-awareness 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you give the score.
I think it's what we are doing.
All right.
Okay.
Lydia, are you done that part?
Yes, I am done.
Or is everyone who is not done on this part so that we move to the next?
You can scroll down.
I'm about to
Remaining
finish
with
now
question
yet.
5.
Okay.
Okay. Can you scroll down a bit on question 5? I want to see the numbering. If everyone is done.
Axel, are you good?
Yeah, can you scroll a
Purity,
bit,
are you?
You can
down?
scroll now so that they can see the number 5 there. No, there.
Purity, are you okay? Now I'm starting to practice emotional intelligence. Are you okay?
Yes, I am.
That's so nice.
Okay. We move to the second part now. Self-management. Self-management also has 5 questions. So just put 5 self-management and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Self-management can also be called self-control.
Yes, true.
Bless you.
Thank you. Are we done under self-management?
You can let me see this. Yeah, I'm really seeing that.
Axel, are we done?
No.
John? Queen, are we done?
Yes, I'm done.
All right, who is remaining? Lydia?
We are done.
We are done,
Okay.
good. Let's move to the next part, which is motivation, also 5 questions. Sorry. Patrick, are you done?
Show the numbers at the for number 5.
Not yet.
Maybe scroll just a bit so that they can see the number 5. There, like that, yeah.
Patrick, are you done?
Just a number 4.
Okay, 30 seconds to go. Queen, are we done?
No.
I think we are done now, right?
Axel, are you done?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, we move to the next section, empathy. The next one is empathy. 5 questions, sorry.
You can zoom out a bit and so that all the questions appear.
You're able to see?
Yes.
All right.
That is empathy.
Yes, this is empathy. We are done?
Yes.
Can we look at number 5?
I guess we are done, right?
Yes, we are.
Okay, we move to the last part, relationship management. 5 questions also.
Yes, we're done. Huh?
We are done here, right?
Yes, we are done.
All right, Lydia, are you done? John, Azel? Patrick?
Purity, you know, we have to do self-evaluation for some of these questions. This is why we are taking long.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're thinking about it. That's good.
I am done. I don't know about Patrick.
I'm done too.
Done.
Okay. So let's move to the assessment part. So what you do, say for question 1, the first part, which was self-awareness, what is the total that you get? If you sum up all the 5 questions, what is the total you get?
I got 15.
15, yeah?
Yes.
All right. So, Queen, are we together?
On self what? Self-awareness?
Yes.
Oh, I got 18.
Oh, it says you got 18.
Very good. So you do summations for all the 5 elements. So for self-awareness, what's the total? Then you move to self-management or self-control. What is the total you got there? Then you move to motivation. How much? What total did you get there as well? Then you do empathy. Sorry?
Sorry, I don't know what you just mentioned my name. I'm not sure.
I'm asking if you are following.
Yes, I'm following.
All right, you do summation as well for empathy and summation for relationship management.
Yes.
And then we come with the results.
Okay.
Once you're done with all the 5 summations.
I'm done.
With the 5?
Yes, with the 5.
All right, that's Azel, right?
Yes.
Yes.
What did you get for self-awareness?
18.
18. So you are in the white zone for self-awareness. What did you get for self-management?
14.
14. You just in the boundary. Motivation?
Motivation 17.
17. Yes. Empathy?
11.
11. Okay. Relationship management?
16.
16. So I think one of your working areas is empathy. Who else has their results ready? We do a bit of analysis.
I have them ready.
Who is that? John.
Yes.
So you see the table that I'm showing on your screen right now?
Yes.
So if you're in the white zone, this upper part, those are skills that you have developed over time. The ones that are in the yellow zone, you need a bit of work on it, but the brown zone needs a lot of work. So let's do this for John. John, what did you get? Self-awareness?
13.
13, a bit of work. Self-management?
14.
14 in the boundary. Motivation?
13.
Motivation?
Yes.
How much?
13.
Oh, 13.
Guys.
Empathy?
11.
11. That one needs a bit of work as well as self-management. Relationship management?
This is the worst one. 10.
10. John, your group had the problem, right? Sorry.
They are the one who can take. Maybe I think I'm the one who gave myself.
We can testify, it is true.
There's a problem there. Okay. Queen, you're next.
Yes.
What did you get?
Self-awareness 18.
Yes.
Self-management 14.
That needs a bit of work.
Yeah. Motivation 13.
Also a lot of work. You don't self-motivate yourself.
Apparently I don't. Empathy 14.
14.
And the relationship management I have 16.
16. So you see these three components, you need a bit of work because you are right on the boundary between being good at it and not being very good at it. Okay. Who is next? Lydia?
Yes.
Tell us your results. You got 15 for self-awareness.
Self-awareness, I got 15.
Good.
Self-management, I got 8.
Clearly. Continue. That needs a lot of work. Motivation?
16.
16. That you're a bit good.
Empathy 15.
15.
Then relationship management 9.
9. So you see, self-control and relationship management needs a bit of work. Where is Patrick? Patrick, are you okay?
I'm okay.
All right, give us your
worried
results.
about his scores.
Okay.
Patrick, self-awareness.
I got 15.
Okay. Self-management.
Okay. Self-management, I got 12.
12. That needs a lot of work. Motivation.
Yeah, sure. 16.
16. You do it a little bit better. Empathy.
Yeah.
Purity. We are not in agreement with these results.
For Patrick.
These
No, they are
results
lying.
are falsified.
They are lying.
For Patrick or for all of you?
Just for Patrick.
No way.
Okay.
For Patrick.
Okay.
Generally, it's not.
Empathy. Patrick, empathy.
Empathy, 14.
14. You're on the boundary
No
there.
way.
The last one, relationship management.
I got 16.
16, a bit good. So you see, the ones that you score a bit low need more work, unlike the ones that you score highly. Okay. Who is left there? Who is left? We've done Peace. Is Peace with us?
Yes, she is.
All right, Peace, give us your results. We can't hear you.
For self-awareness is 15.
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, much better.
Yes, it's 15.
Management.
Management, it's 13.
Okay, that needs a bit of work.
Motivation, 17.
Okay, that's very good.
Empathy, 13.
Empathy, 13. Okay.
Yes.
You need to work on that. Relationship management.
It's 12.
I can't hear you.
It's 12.
Oh, 12. That one also needs a bit of work. So, have we gone through everyone?
Yes.
Awesome. So,
scroll down to the bottom so we see the key.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, this is the key. Like, if you're in the white zone, that's a strength that you have. But from this group, I feel a lot of people are here.
Yeah.
Not up here. Like, the scores are not very strong as well. And also for the low ones, they're not so low. So
no one is in the red area, really, brown rather.
Yes, but being at the center means it's work in progress. That's what I'll perceive the results to be for this particular group. Right?
Yes. Someone has a question.
Yes.
John has a question.
Me.
Yes.
My question is, when you see these numbers, let's take, for example, we've been laughing. We are colleagues, we've been together for some number of days or years, if I can say.
Yes.
Sometimes where you see it reflects the truth, others you find it's not telling the exact experience we know from someone or some is how can you relate these numbers with the reality for someone? I don't understand. Like, you can have a higher number like in a relationship, but when they see you or how I can be knowing someone, the numbers are totally different. I see, let me say, like in a relationship or somewhere in according to the sections. How does it relate? I mean, the numbers with the reality, because the numbers and the reality, because you might find one is having a very highest number in this section, but when you consider the reality on the ground, is the least compared to how practically applies that section. I mean, like management, self-awareness, or that one. How
I've understood your question. I think I've understood your question. I think this is a self-evaluation.
Yes.
Remember, we discussed the Johari window. The Johari window was talking about There are some areas that you know that other people don't know. There are some areas that other people know and that you do not know. This self-evaluation, you have done it on yourself, but other people might be looking at you and thinking, oh, that's not the person that is you. If you answer these questions, and are you saying that you feel like that the answers are wrong? That the evaluation is wrong? That it's not accurate for yourself?
No, I don't mean like.
Or like for someone else. Okay.
I might put it in general, not even for me or someone else. In general, I don't want to just point to any or someone, but I just wanted to know if how does that be translated? If I know myself as the person who is good at managing the self-management, or which is a title, empathy, relationship management, and in reality others doesn't know me like that, how can I translate what I know as in myself? I know that I'm empathy, but others don't know that I am. How can I translate what I know to be the reality of how I relate with others?
Okay, I want to make a conclusion just now. Let me share. I can stop sharing Purity, maybe, so that I can make my conclusion. Maybe that will answer your question. Just a moment. Let me share my screen. We have seen all of these things. These are the skills you need to develop for you to gain emotional intelligence, or emotional quotient, if you like. Number one, rapidly reduce stress. Number two, emotional awareness. Be aware of yourself and other people. Learn other people. The more you spend time with people, the more you learn them. I know Purity because I've spent time with her. But if I don't spend time with her, I won't know her. I know what annoys her. I know what makes her happy. I know how she likes things are being done. So emotional awareness, yourself and other people. And number three, nonverbal communication. Learn to read other people's nonverbal communication. I can be telling you that I am happy, but you can see in my face. And women are very good with this, particularly mothers. They're very good at reading nonverbal communication. You can tell, my husband is not happy. My boss is not happy. That is why most PAs, most secretaries are women, because they know how to read their boss. They know what to do when the boss is happy, when the boss is angry, etc. It's the same thing with you. You learn other people and how to read them even when they're not speaking. In fact, they say nonverbal communication is usually more than verbal communication. I might be saying we are hitting all our targets, you are the best. But when you're looking at the person's face, the person is sneering. Okay?
Okay.
Then, number four, use humor and play to deal with challenges. Don't always take yourself too seriously. Sometimes challenges, especially the things you cannot handle, the things you have no solution for, sometimes learn to take them with a grain of salt. Most comedians, if you know of any comedians, like the most famous ones, like Chris Rock, people like Chris Rock, people like Kevin Hart, most of them are funny. Yes, most of them are funny because their humor is from real life difficult situations. Learn how to handle humor. If someone cracks a joke with you, don't take it too seriously. Learn to laugh about life. And then finally, resolve conflict positively. Try as much as possible to resolve conflict positively. And I would say overall, if I was to put all of these, to summarize them in 3 points, if you remember nothing else that I have said, remember these 3 points. In order for you, Lydia, pay attention. You're laughing with someone. Pay attention with me. Look at me. Look at me. Very good. Thank you, Lydia. 3 things I want you to remember out of this. Number 1, learn yourself. Number 2, learn other people. Number 3, learn to think before you act. That's it. That summarizes it all together. So John, I hope I've answered your question. Just because you see someone in a certain way might not actually be the way that person is. if someone has filled out this evaluation and has gotten us that, they know themselves. They know what they think in themselves. Now, maybe you have learned something new about your colleagues. You are learning, maybe someone looks like they empathize a lot, but in their heart, they really feel nothing, you know? So it's a process. It doesn't end today. It's not something that you graduate and get a certificate and stop. Learning starts with awareness, and then you start practicing and building. Next year, if I come to you and I do this evaluation, I will probably see people more in the 18, 20, 21 section, because now you know that there are areas that you have weakness. That's it from me. I think that's me in conclusion. I have finished. You have been very good students. I've enjoyed today's class. If you have questions, feel free to ask, but I'm done.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dorothy. Any questions from the team before we close for today? Any question on emotional intelligence? Maybe something you felt we were supposed to discuss and we have not? Or a clarification, anything? It's your turn. Azel.
No, for me, there is nothing. Everything is clear.
Everything is clear. Awesome. Patrick?
I'm good too.
Okay, John?
I've asked a lot. I'm okay. I'm
Don't
okay.
feel bad
All
that
have been
I've asked
answered.
a lot.
All have been
Every
answered
teacher
today.
wants someone like John.
Yes.
Yes, someone who asks and engages. Well done, John.
Queen?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
You're good? Where's
Questions
Peace?
option.
Peace? I think
Yeah,
Peace
I'm
is
good
seated
too.
together with Azel.
Yes.
Any questions?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay, then we'll give it over to Lydia.
Thank you, Purity. Maybe I'll just mention one thing I liked about this class today.
Yes.
Is that I realized I have to work more about self-management.
And empathy as well.
And what?
Empathy as well.
Empathy.
HR, Lydia. Okay.
Okay, yeah, I like that so much. It's challenging, and I promise next time you come back with the same topic. You'll see some bit of improvement.
Awesome. That is
Thank you
what we
so
are
much.
expecting. Yes.
Yes. We look forward to more interactive sessions like this one.
Yes, I also hope the same. Now, next week we have 2 sessions. One is on Monday on decision making, problem solving, and stress management. We'll have our psychologist to take us through that one next week. And we'll also be talking about performance management and appraisal systems on Wednesday. So go over the weekend, relax. I'll send you the feedback form for today's session, but I'll remove a few parts so that it becomes a bit shorter, since we've gathered the most critical information from our previous feedback. So make sure you just fill the feedback over the weekend. Then we meet on Monday, same time, right, Lydia? Yes, same time.
Yes, same time works for us.
Awesome. So Monday and Wednesday, 4 to 6 p.m. Both days. I'll share any information I'll get beforehand so that you can become better prepared at it. But other than that, enjoy your weekend and God bless you all. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Take care. Bye.